how do we defeat the idea of the Einstein quote?
Now, what do you want to do today?
We're making a paradigm shift to a different way of managing learning.
To open up to a new way of teaching.
It's just going to change radically their experiences just through their school life.
We're bringing hobby, interest and passion into the school. How do you plan for this sort of learning environment? You let the children come with their passion. Robin Hood School is a primary school in southeast Birmingham with 420 pupils, plus a nursery, and it serves a difficult catchment area. The road has its own special police unit, and the population in the school is roughly 2/3 children from the Indian subcontinent, many different faiths, and a high number of free school meals and special needs children. The school's had a long heritage of encouraging children to be independent learners and to plough their own furrow in terms of where their learning might go. But we were looking to formalise that and to think through the pedagogy very carefully and to develop our thinking ourselves in terms of what really is going to be important for 21st century learners. We talked a lot about personalised learning, we talked a lot about skills-based learning, but the idea of negotiated learning was one that we hadn't come across. Essentially, negotiated learning offers the child an opportunity to co-construct their own curriculum, their own learning journey, and to have a significant impact upon the kind of vehicle and content that their learning is going to form.
The parents bring their children into the classroom, then they go to where the learning journeys are, and they help their children plan the first learning activity of the day. They then take their child to or the child actually takes the parent to the learning area they've chosen to work in, and they work together on their chosen activity.
Have you got any aliens in this book?
We've got aliens in the other book.
Okay, go and show me some aliens.
One of the main stakeholders within making this successful, of course, are the parents.
You really get to see what your child's interested in, and busy lives these days, parents work, and apart from parents evening, you don't really get the chance to see what children are actually doing in school. Schools have never really before been that accessible. It sets the child up for the day. I think the child likes the fact that you're spending just that one-to-one time with them, doing something that they want to do. And you really get to see what they've learned, because you don't always see that. You don't get to know what your child has learned.
And in fact, rather than parental engagement, we're starting to call it family engagement, because we're experiencing here, especially within our school and its ethnic and social context, that the parents that are coming aren't parents at all. They can either be older siblings or uncles or cousins or grandparents. And so that delights us, actually, because we're finding that the whole community is getting involved in negotiated learning and coming into school with their child, whilst that child starts to plot their own learning journey.
Sound it out. Good girl. What does that say?
I think there's a lot of benefits for parents to come in early in the morning and spend some time with the children, because at home, like I've got 4 children, if we do any activities, or if we read a book, or if we do some cooking or anything, we do it as all of us together. But because in school I get that extra half an hour, 25 minutes, I can just read with her, have a one-to-one with her, do an activity with her.
Firstly and initially, the ability to stay with him for 30 minutes was a great opportunity to develop him into the school. It gave us both reassurance, because I could see what he was doing, and he also had me there to guide around the room and different activities, so it was a great position for both of us.
I don't know who's more worried when children start school, the parents or the children, to be honest, but it's just gone so smoothly. And he's a lot more confident than he, normally it would take quite quite a sort of firm hand to get him on his own, doing something. You'd have to kind of encourage him constantly and get him away from his brother as well. He didn't like to do things without his brother being there, and now he just seems like he's completely independent.